Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Red Riding Hood. She wore a bright red cloak with a bright red hood. I love my cloak. She lived with her mother in a cottage on the edge of some deep, dark woods. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother gave her a pot of Brussels sprout soup. Ugh. Take this to your grandmother on the other side of the woods, she said, but remember the rules of the woods. Rule number 1, keep the path. Number 2, don't talk to wolves. I promise, said Little Red Riding Hood, and off she went, skippity skoppity scoop. Oh, what a lovely day, said Little Red Riding Hood. Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood, called the woodcutter. Good morning, woodcutter, called Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood walked deeper and deeper into the deep, dark woods. It grew darker and darker. So Little Red Riding Hood didn't see the wolf sitting in front on her path. And the wolf didn't see Little Red Riding Hood either. It's too dark. Little Red Riding Hood stumbled straight into the wolf. Ouch. What are you doing in the middle of the path? Asked Little Red Riding Hood. I nearly spilled my grandmother's Brussels sprout soup. Ugh. Sprouts, yuck. Wolves don't eat sprouts. Wolves only eat juicy red meat. Little Red Riding Hood had forgotten the rule. Don't talk to wolves. The wolf was just about to gobble up Little Red Riding Hood when he had a brilliant idea. I'll eat the Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. And where does little Granny live? Asked the wolf. In the cottage on the other side of the woods, said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf raced to the cottage and knocked the door. Come in, called grandmother. The wolf leaped into the room and gobbled the Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother in 2 seconds flat. Bony but not bad. He pulled on the cap, jumped into bed, and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. Soon there was a knock on the door. Tap. Come in, snarled the wolf as softly as he could. Little Red Riding Hood looked at grandmother. Then looked again. Oh, Granny, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with. Oh, Granny, your eyes. What big eyes you have. All the better to see you with. Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have. All the better to eat you with. Arr! In one bound, the wolf was out of bed and gobbling up Little Red Riding Hood. Delicious, he said. He fell fast asleep. As he slept, he snored very loudly. What's going on? Wondered the woodcutter. Uh-oh. He's eaten the poor old woman, realized the woodcutter. He packed up some scissors. He snipped open the wolf's tummy. Snip, 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 snip. He popped grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood too. Quick as a flash, Little Red Riding Hood picked up some stones and piled them into the wolf's tummy. Then, when the wolf woke up, he tried to sneak out the door. Rattle, 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 rattle. But the stones rattled and rattled and rattled inside him. Now everyone can hear me coming. I'll never catch anyone, cried the wolf. Exactly, said the woodcutter. You'll just have to eat vegetables instead, said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf was never able to eat another person again. Ugh, Brussels sprout soup. As for Little Red Riding Hood, she never talked to a wolf again. Boom.